I'm here with Sheldon Lyne, General Manager of Operations at Entelect Software, and I believe the little birds told me that the 100K challenge was your idea.
Well, yeah, it was a lot smaller. My colleague Timothy Kroon, he actually blew it into, way out of proportion into what it turned into. But in the end, it turned out really, really well, and it's given us good coverage. It's got our name out there, so yeah, it's excellent.
And what was the idea behind the competition initially, and then what did it evolve into?
Well, I mean, the initial idea was to get our name out there, get people knowing who Entelect Software is, get people knowing that we are a software company out there that, take value in the ability to solve complex problems. I mean, that's what programming is all about. We want people to be able to solve these problems. AI is a good example of those kind of problems, so that's where the idea stemmed from. I was going to have a much smaller subset, fill the waters. Tim, he's a genius at the marketing side of things, so yeah, he took it to what it is today, which is great.
And was the challenge always going to be the Tron challenge that we see today?
To be honest, it was initially going to be some kind of board game. It had to be turn-based, just for practicality reasons. It makes it easy for us to, firstly, umpire it, manage it from our side, and also get a solid result out of the game. Timothy Kroon again came with the Tron idea, which is great because although it may have been done before, Google did a similar thing with Tron. We came and brought in the sphere concept, which made it slightly different, slightly more complex, and slightly newer and fresher.
And there was the making it a sphere meant that there were a lot of rules technicalities when you hit the polls. How did that affect adjudication and putting together the monitor at the end of the day?
Well, I mean, adjudication at the end of the day was fairly simple. I mean, we knew what it was meant to do. I think it caused a few headaches for the people actually entering. But at the end of the day, we did have a test harness out for them, so it was really just a question of them testing it, making sure that it actually worked, and asking the right questions, and we'd answer when they needed it.
Mm-hmm. So is this the first of many of these competitions?
Definitely. We need to keep our name out there. We need to ensure that we are supporting the development community in Johannesburg and South Africa and then to the world. And this is a great medium for that.
Would you be looking at adding more programming languages, or are you set on Java and C# or .NET, I should say?
Look, I mean, that's something we can discuss. At the moment, I mean, it's very open. At the end of the day, we're going to have to actually discuss it amongst ourselves and decide going forward.
Mm-hmm. When Entelect's main work, though, does that happen in the two languages that the competition was running?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we work primarily in the enterprise space, and enterprise applications lend themselves very well to the two technologies, Java and .NET. So it's a lot easier for us because we are all familiar with Java and .NET. So we can have a look at it and see what's wrong, what's right. So it's a convenience thing for us, definitely.
And so the prize money, how did that come about?
We wanted to create something that would generate interest, and I think 100,000 Rand is worth someone putting a little bit of effort into. If you do it at like 10,000 Rand, it's not going to generate quite the same interest. So, 100,000 Rand is a fair bit of money. I could use that for my bond, to be honest. Charles, are you listening?
I certainly considered it. It would take a nice chunk out of my home loan, that's for sure.
Exactly.
And so now with that, you are going to take 8 finalists to Rage. So what can those 8 finalists look forward to?
Well, I mean, one of them is going to win 100K at the end of the day. It's a chance to get their name out there. I mean, there's going to be a hell of a lot of people at Rage, so it's a good opportunity for them to put a stamp in the development environment and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I can do.
And can those guys look forward to a job offer from Entelect Software? Will Entelect be fighting over these guys?
Let's just say I won't answer and leave it at that.
All right, then. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for your time. Thank you for putting together this competition, and all the best for the future.
Yeah, thank you for chatting to me. Thank you.